I am here with you to complete your last chapter of E.Ed. So in this chapter we will discuss the waste, role of people and community in management of waste. So how we manage the waste and what is the role of people. You also participate in this one as their disposal in safe way. So how waste should be disposed in safe way. So safely disposal of waste may require to make our environment free from their toxic activities. So here means we all know that waste is what and why we should dispose it in proper way. So disposal of waste is very much necessary, and if we dispose them properly, really their bad impacts not comes to us. So how we dispose, we have to learn. We should learn, and then we should do the activity of their disposal with the community as well as the people living nearby your residence. So see why management of waste is important. Okay, so why it is used, why it is required to our surroundings. So see, first one, to reduce its bad effect on nature. So nature should not be affected by it. So bad impact of nature should be affected if the waste is not disposed properly. Second thing, to use it in proper ways. So we can use it. Okay, to use it in proper way. So suppose some waste, having some degradable waste, we can compost them, we can make them part of food transformers, compost, or inside the waste, if there is recyclable waste, we can recycle them. So this is the way by which we can conserve the resources of our own nature. So if we conserve the resources, what happens? They will be last longer. It means our resource should be, we become rich regarding the resource. So we should consume them, we should manage them in proper way. That is the better way for existence. So people and community can help us to do these things in proper way. If the people or the community persons or the our community become very much positive regarding the nature. So if they think that we should do or we should uplift the nature, then after they will do the activity which is friendly, which is positive, which is good for the nature. Now see, cooperation of individuals and community in this activity. Every people should know that waste is not good for us. We should dispose them as soon as possible. Otherwise, it is fatal to us and having problem to us. One example: if you eat food and you sit there and do not wash your hand, what happens? After some time it becomes dry and it is very uneasy to wash our hands after that. So this is a simple example. Like that, if waste is there, if you dispose them as soon as possible, then after it is very easy to dispose. Otherwise, like our hand, okay, it becomes dry, it becomes smell, it becomes filthy smell, other things that will very fatal to dispose. So this is the things we should understood, and all the community people, all the citizens of our society, of our local area should know its impact, its use. So why we do the things which should be at community level as well as the individual level. So we should do the things one means on self. After that, we can aware the people of the community regarding the waste. So aware the people, and this awareness should be in positive way. We should really impact or about the what's the impact of the waste in our life. If they stay in our body, if they stay in our surroundings, then it creates unhygienic condition, and that unhygienic condition may lead to different type of disease. So germs and other things become increases and disease can cause. So we have to tackle these things in proper way, otherwise it will be fatal to dispose afterwards. An individual should generate least quantity of waste. See also, so if you generate waste, it should be least or it should be less quantity. Otherwise, what happens? You can not do the activity what we require. So generation of waste should be least quantity. Like, see, in our house, sometimes something which is out of use, like some old cloth, we should provide this old cloth or either woolen cloth or the cloth which are very less having problem to wear. So if you do not wear that cloth, you can give it to the poor who need cloth. So if you support them in this condition, then after they will praise you, and that things, the resource is also utilized in a very beneficial way or good way. So old garments, old cloths should be given to the poor who are very needy and they are able to purchase that things. Old toys and your that type of toys which you do not use, so you should use or you should give them to the people living nearby or the poor people who really demanded and can't purchase them. So every community should form a committee by election, responsible persons as its member, and there should be a small fund raised by individuals' contributions. That fund can be utilized for general cleanliness. It means you can raise a fund from every house and you can utilize it for different purpose, for the activity of different purpose. Like you can utilize it to cover the drain. You can utilize it to do the cleanliness of the area within a week, within 15 days of interval. So this is the way by which you can utilize it. So the committee can also have control of waste and resources and electricity and can file a complaint against his wrong activity. See, if anyone of your mohalla or any person, any house, any they cannot do the activity in proper way, so you can aware them, you can first request them not to do like that, and after that if they do not understood, then you can file a complaint against him that they are not doing the things or we are able to manage this waste because they generate or they can do the uneasy things out of the group. So this is the cooperation of individuals and community for what purpose? For the disposal of waste in proper way, managing of waste in proper way. This is role of government. Government also is responsible for this one. See, in this city, there is a municipal community, and this municipality can do very efficient work. If you come here or visit here, you cannot see very much waste accumulated here and there. So it is very clean because of the effort taken by the municipality official, and they do, and also other things. The people are very much aware, and they do not do the activity of waste generation more and more and throwing waste here and there. So they habituated to do the things in proper way because this is the space where there is so many people come from outside and to worship Lord Shiva. So they also think that it is a religious place and we should not make it dirty by our own bad activities or our own bad habit. So this is the way, and the people living in this city also having very much aware about the things. So see, the role of government. Government also do the activity of the waste disposal. So all the drainage, all the places where the disposal means the center of disposal. So they can collect the waste from there time to time and regular interval, and then they dispose that in proper way in faraway places where it is prescribed or given. So this is the role of government, which control for the waste management in proper way, and it helps them to do the activity of management in for making our area clean and our surroundings healthy. Now the role of local bodies. Sometimes when the local bodies are also very much aware about this, they are making very good activities. They are making, or they are doing the different type of activities which are eco-friendly with the nature, and then their laws are also very effective. So local bodies, if local bodies are very much aware about the waste and their toxic or the bad impact on our health, then they become very much cautious about these things, and then they dispose this waste in very proper way. So here you see Mohalla committee, Gram Sabha, village panchayat, etc. are local bodies that take up responsibilities of management of waste and keeping up a good and habitable environment. At local level, currently a number of non-government organizations, NGOs, non-governmental organizations, is responsible for this one. Today these NGOs are also very much actively participate to do the activity of waste disposal. So government, non-governmental organizations, local people and the community, when they all are doing the activities, there is no any waste generation takes place. So it is our duty to do the activity in proper way, otherwise the things become negative or it will not in our control. So this is the way disposal can be very fruitful. So sometimes towns have municipalities, whereas the big cities have metros, and metros have municipal corporations. See, municipality, some towns has municipality, and metro cities, metros have municipal corporation, So municipal corporation. So this is, and the village having gram panchayat. They are the bodies. They can help to dispose the waste properly. So in this level, so there is the density of people, or there is the number of people increases, and their criteria of work or their work efficiency also increases in these things. So Gram Panchayat having the local bodies, and town having more populated area, and metros are also very much populated area, and the disposal is also in different ways in metros as well as towns, and as well as in the metros and towns and villages. Okay, Now see, conservation of energy means if you manage the waste in proper way, conservation of energy also done, resources done, should also be done at an individual level. Wastage of resources and energy like electricity are causing loss to the nation. Hence, resources and energy must be utilized judiciously. So, how do you utilize it? So, suppose the somewhere the water is flowing here and there, or the tap is not properly closed, or tap is not there, and all the water become overflowed. So that is our duty, or the local people can do the activities to close it, or the leaked tap should be repaired as soon as possible. So these are, and if the street light is let's say in the daytime, the street light is on, then we have to off them. Okay, so I am not telling to you to go and everywhere you can do off, but nearby you, which is possible to do the activity, then you can off them in the day and night you can on for your use. So this is the way by which energy can be consumed, or energy can be utilized, resource can be conserved, and conservation is very much required to us. So you understood the chapter, and I hope environmental education makes you aware about the things which is present nearby you. And if you are really very cautious, or if you think about the nature and know what is the importance of nature for you, then after you can do the things in proper way, and you can conserve the resources, you can manage the waste in proper way, and you become a good citizen of our country. Otherwise all things ignore, and then you again you also ignored by nature. So ignorance is not a proper solution of this one. So we can care the nature can also care us, and make our living, make our life healthy by supporting in different ways. So see, what negative activity we do, they also do negative activity to us. So see, water is very much free source of nature. So water it is the free gift of nature. So when it is pure, we can use them at a go. But when it is impure due to our own activity, what happens? We have to purify them. So water purifying system, purify them. After purifying, we have to make them potable. So potability of water means if you want to use the water, you have to purify them before their use. Why? Because in nature it is not in pure form. Earlier, from the river, from the pond, you can take water as pure as fire. But nowadays, what happens due to our activities, the water becomes polluted, and we have to purify before its use. So if you want to drink pure water, you have to make it purified by different type of purifying. So this technical techniques like ROs or other things, like aquaguard or other things, so you can purify them within that, and then we use it, make it usable. Like air also having some bad impact on our environment. So air having pollution, so you can use the air mask, or when you move in the polluted area, you have to cover your nose. If you go towards the filthy area, you have to cover your nose, because the air of that area becomes polluted, and if it comes to our lungs, they will cause different type of disease to us. So this is the way by which the natural resources are getting polluted and make us difficult to live. So breathing of this polluted air, drinking of this polluted water is the exams to us. So we have to make it proper by our activities, and this is the way we can tackle the things in good manner. So what I told, again I repeat, if you care the nature, nature will care you. If you do not care the nature, ignore the nature, nature will ignore you. So we should think what we have to do as a students. You have to follow the caring activities. Okay, thank you.